My name is Angelica Munyao, and I am a sixth year. I'm a human-computer interaction master's student. We planned a social media fundraising for Rochester Refugee through GoFundMe. We had a couple of interviews with the team, and they had mentioned that they wanted to expand their social media presence. And so what we decided to do is to take the route of using social media as the channel that we would present the fundraiser through, which would also allow us a means to kind of get their message across, on top of kind of like raising a little bit of money for them. It was definitely challenging to kind of convince folks to kind of donate and everything. So you'd put up we were using Instagram and Facebook primarily, so we'd use our own social media platforms to kind of share through stories. We had a little bit of a template going to kind of try and encourage people to donate a certain amount of money, but even with certain denominations, you'd see a lot of people engaging with the story, but then there wasn't necessarily as many people who donated. Granted, we did have a week to kind of raise funds and to kind of get something going. But I think if we had a little bit more time, then maybe we might have had a little bit more success and had been able to change strategies a bit. Definitely believe so. I really appreciate the fact that the structure of the program is that you work in a team, because teamwork is just really important in any kind of field. And having this space where you kind of have to bring together all these different kinds of leadership styles and different perspectives for a common goal was really valuable, just to have to just kind of get that practice. Well, we had a couple of ideas tossed around at the beginning, and one of them might have involved going to the market, because the Rochester Refugee Resettlement Services has a variety of programs, one of which sold products that were made by refugees, and so we're going to take the route of going to public market. But their operations have been slowed down, and so they didn't really have much to provide for that to be an option for us. And we also didn't necessarily get the opportunity to kind of connect with them and kind of sit in with them and hear their story and get the chance to see Rochester Refugee for ourselves. It was a bit of a mix of both. So the advantage of having in-person classes is that we did have that time to actually get together towards the end of the class and kind of collaborate in the same physical space. But then outside of class, we primarily did rely on say, like Zoom calls to connect with one another. However, towards the end, we did come together one more time just to prepare the presentation. It's kind of a bit hectic with, again, the schedule of most things being online and having to kind of figure out how things are to be on campus. But it would have been nice to do so a little bit more. The MVP. I think we're all MVPs in our own capacity. I'm definitely taking a bit of a diplomatic approach to this answer, but no, I think we all had these kind of interesting things that we could bring together and kind of use to build the project into what it became. It's really curious how you can start off not knowing people, not knowing what to expect, and then just a couple of weeks down the line, you just kind of have this vibe going and everything. It might have helped that we primarily used Snapchat to collaborate with one another, because it was a platform it allowed us to communicate, but it's kind of like a more casual platform, so then we could kind of get to develop personal relationships with one another. Oh, definitely, 100%. I'd say that I've gained a greater appreciation for it, and also gotten some really good insights just through the program itself on how it is to work with different personalities. Because at the same time, you never really know what it is that you're going to expect, but I think it really helped that everyone who came into this program had a common goal, had a shared goal to be better and to just work towards something greater than themselves, even if for just 6 weeks.